Hello and welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered, where today we are going to be exploring An Orlando. So let's get on out there. But again, as I said last time, before we go straight, we're going to go off to this side and explore some stuff over here. And there's nothing hiding here, okay. But we got a couple more of these guys. Let's see if we can maybe get them one at a time. Feel like this might be a good way of convincing just one to say hello. Yep. Now we pull them this way a little bit. Ow. We get stabbed, but not for nearly as much damage as I expected. And there we go. And he's got nothing for us but souls. Oh well. Time for number 2. Wait. Okay, good. There's nothing to the left there. It was big and open enough between these two pillars that I just got this suspicion that maybe there'd be an opening there, but no. Ow. That second swing just always ignores our shield. And this message is trying to warn us of a mimic right there. Can already tell because of that chain. It points towards its intended victim. But let's actually use our Zweihander. Because we know that that is really good for dealing with mimics, because it just knocks them on the ground. Seriously, who cares about stamina? You just knock the mimic on the ground. Uh-oh. Suddenly I care about stamina. So the stamina doesn't matter so much as long as you hit it every time. But if you miss it and then don't have stamina to dodge because, well, and need stamina to dodge because you ended up directly in front of it, well, then you're going to have some problems. Let's get our longsword back. Because we're going to have to deal with the big fellas again. I feel like the longsword is a better tool for that. So let's give him a little poke. Or miss. Poke. Okay. Took him a while to notice. I guess we weren't close enough for him to notice having been poked. Because I don't know about you folks, but if I get shot by an arrow from too far away, I don't even notice. Like, it can be poking out of my knee. But if it came from too far away, then, I mean, there's just no way to tell that you've even been shot. Okay, back to our mimic slaying beast of a sword. And this time we'll actually slay the mimic with it. Nice spin kick there. There we go. Here we are. And if you're in front of him, if you accidentally go through him, you end up behind him, and it's a little safer back there. Really, a crystal halberd? That's it? That is far from amazing. And what's the safe chest got? Okay. Twinkling Titanite is pretty alright. So now let's go over here. Make sure there's no one hiding. Oh, hey look. It's someone hiding. Ow. Or not ow? I'm gonna go with not ow. Ow. That one was ow. There we go. All right, a giant's halberd is certainly more interesting than a crystal halberd. Because a crystal halberd's just an ascended version of a regular halberd. There's nothing special about it other than its upgrade path. All right, we can't get past that yet. I was hoping we'd be able to get at least to the start of the Duke's Archives. Or whatever it's called. Because then we could have gotten the key to get into the DLC. Not that I would have gone there just yet. But we could have gotten that. And at least saved ourselves a little heartache later. Oh. Won't be too long before we open that place up. It's just going to be a little while. So let's go ahead and go the way it wants us to. It will not surprise me if this particular elevator ends up killing me at some point in the future, by the way. I've got a nasty habit of not waiting for it to go through its cycle and trying to actually get on it as soon as I can, and sometimes that results in me falling down the shaft. So now we get to fight a Belfry Gargoyle. Or not Belfry Gargoyle. They're just... what were they called in this game? They were Belfry Gargoyles in Dark Souls 2. And this is another opportunity to sever the tail in case we missed it the first time around. But we didn't miss it, so I don't know why I'm spending so much effort trying to sever the tail. Ow. And you'll note it's doing, like, no damage to us. There we go. Got another gargoyle tail axe, just because. Ooh, we got the helm and the halberd. Not bad. The gargoyle helm is not pretty, but it's very good. Like, yeah, it compares very favorably to our current weapon, or current helmet, and is no heavier. So we're just going to go ahead and equip that and look like a doofus for basically the rest of the game. Yep, that's us. So you'll note the bridge is out up ahead. Nothing we can do about that from here. Though there are other places we can go, and this is not where we're meant to go. Well, I guess it is, because it's got a little path right through. But is there even anything off to the left here? Yes, of course there is. And it's a safe chest. Would be a little unpleasant to fight a mimic on a narrow ledge like this. Let's go ahead and have a drink. We're going to want that health soon. I'm sure of it. So, my first time playing this game, I didn't really know what to do from here. Because I was just... Was there anything hiding behind here? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, gonna go ahead and say no. Because, yeah, like, you can't take the bridge out front, and the only side paths you got seem to lead here. And then, like, a while later, I saw a blood pool or a message or something on here, and I was like, wait, you can stand on this? Because playing other games, like, to my eyes, this didn't stand out as a path that you could, and in fact were supposed to take. And then the camera turned just a little bit going through there, and ooh, I really wish it wouldn't turn going through those, because that makes it a little dangerous. But yeah, you're supposed to just climb up that, hop off here, and then you can continue on. That's not something... Oh, hello. Not something I expected when I first played this game. I do so love one-shotting people with back attacks. Much better than needing to hit them more than once. And then we gotta climb this ladder, because it's our only way forward. And here we get to see some lovely physics. I say lovely in that it doesn't matter too much whether or not our feet are on the beam at any given time. Like, yeah, I'm totally stable standing with 1 foot here and 1 foot over nothing. But really, if they were going to make it so that you'd fall if you stopped moving, then that would just make this terrible. So this guy is going to try and be a jerk. But we got him. And we even got his sword, not that we're ever going to use it. Seems a lot of people have died right here. To what in particular, though? Don't know. We're going to send this chandelier on down, though. That'll let us get the item that was stuck on it. It's going to be a little while before we actually get it, but it will be possible to do so now that we've sent it down. And this guy's going to be a jerk. Not the biggest jerk. Not the smartest jerk in the world either. I do like the animation that happens when they impact the ground after long falls. Just suddenly going flat. We just gotta be careful. More careful than they are. And he's gonna try and say hello. Ooh, look at you not actually falling off on your own. Oh man, the one who fell dropped something. I want it, but it's way down there. And if I want to actually get it, we're going to have to get down there before sitting at any bonfires, and I don't believe we're going to do that. Yeah, there's a head right there, I guess. So now we get to climb down a little ways. Not going to go down any further, though, because it's death if you do. Like, we could land on that platform, but then there's no safe landing from then on. And we can go this way a little bit. Actually, I guess this does get us down to where that item was. Though there's not a huge reason for us to go down just yet, because we haven't revisited the Undead Asylum. But, hey, we might as well head down. Actually, there is... Well, I guess... No, it doesn't lead down, because we're pretty stuck here. None of these are illusory, I don't think. Yeah, this just leads us to this little gallery window, I guess. This seems kind of pointless. I guess it was just a space for a single guy to hide. That's what it was. So let's go through here, because it seems to be our only option. And now we can make the bridge actually exist. So this is here for later, in case we come back the same way. But I don't believe we're gonna do that. Real quick, I'm just gonna go down here before we move the thing, just to see whether or not there's any value to us doing so. Nope, that goes to nowhere, and there's nothing on the other side. So there was no value in us coming down here just yet. But that's fine. We'll pull or push the thing up here, and then it'll move this entire structure downward, creating a bridge and opening up a path to a new place. Not just forward, but also below. Also, it'll let another gargoyle say hello. So let's actually use our shield as a shield and not our sword as a shield. Have a little drink because we can. Almost get knocked down to our death. Get another tail. No axe from that one, though. But it does reduce his combat options. And then he jumped to his own death. And we got a shield for it. How does that shield compare to our current one? I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a gargoyle shield. It's worse in most ways that I care about. Like, specifically the two ways I care about are physical reduction and stability. And it's worse in both of those. So, yeah, don't want that shield. And we're going to go down here because that will let us say hello to Gwendolyn, I believe. Or no, that's later. Yeah, that's later. But if we pull this, then... No, we can't pull that. I don't remember how to get to Gwendolyn. Right, this lets us get down here. Which means we can get that item, but there's also like a million painting guardians. I wonder what they could possibly be guarding. Could it be a painting? Having this many is a little dangerous, but we can thin out the herd by getting the attention of just a couple. If we had walked forward, we might have gotten the attention of more than just this guy. Like the others, they investigated where their friend got shot in the face, but didn't think to help him in dealing with the shooter. Oh, but now this guy spotted us. Not that he really matters. Because he's dead now. And now we can snag this item. That was not worth coming down here for. But that's okay. These guys aren't too hard to deal with on their own. In groups of 3 to 5, sure, they're a little tougher, but solo? Nah. And now let's grab this, because we did knock this thing down for a reason. And we've got... I just blocked a knife from behind me. Okay. And we've got the attention of a few more than just one. But that's honestly not a huge deal. Because, as we've said before, these guys go down pretty quick. Kind of want to get their equipment and not just throwing knives and their weapons. But I mean, having more throwing knives, I guess, isn't terrible. It's just not something I particularly care about. I don't really use them. I don't think I've ever really used them. But I guess having them doesn't hurt. It's not like Dragon's Dogma where everything you hold has weight. And here, we're going to find the body of our poor buddy Iron Tarkus, I believe. Yep. That's his equipment. He was the first to beat the Iron Golem, but wearing all his armor, he fell from the rafters and died. Oops. At least that's what the lore leads people to believe. And it seems likely. So yeah, that giant painting there. Let's just get a better look at it. That's the painted world of Ariamis. And, yeah, once we get a thing from the Undead Asylum, then we can actually enter that. But we can't do that just yet. First time I played this game, I actually had gotten to the Asylum first because someone told me how to get there. And then I got sucked into that painting and couldn't leave for a long time. Because I was really struggling in the painted world. And it caused issues for me. Almost made me quit the game, really. But I persisted. Be wary of leg. Be wary of what leg? So we're going to want to go, I believe, left first here, because that gets us to a bonfire, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, that's right. I don't like fighting these guys two at a time. It's generally not good for my health. Thankfully, the other one's backing off, so now we've just got this guy solo. Fine, jump back. Excuse you, I still wanted to fight you. Ow. Should have seen that coming. Thankfully, they're not fast. Plenty of time to use a flask. And looks like the other one's backing off, but that's fine as long as this one stays in combat. We can still play around. Though we need to hit not his shield. We want to actually do damage here. Nice spin move. There we go. And there's a Batwing demon who would like to make our acquaintance. Can we stab you? Can we open this? No. We can stab him, though. Just poke your face on through, buddy. Or your hand works. Buddy, I need access to your hand. Ow. Well, I guess we couldn't ask it to just be a one-way little deal here. There we go. Got something for me? No, of course you don't. Just souls. So we can't open these doors. They're a little too big, and they're locked by some contraption. So instead, I really missed the bonfire that was right down there in Dark Souls 3. That was a good bonfire. So instead, we gotta go this way. Right. It's through here that we can find a bonfire, maybe? No, we can't open that. I could have sworn there was a bonfire somewhere around here. Maybe I'm just misremembering. I do remember having a lot of trouble with this area on my first time through. Mainly because of the number of Batwing demons. And then also a handful of archers who happen to be giant freaking jerks. But we're going to deal with them a little later. This Batwing demon just does not want to sit still. That's fine, we don't need him to. And now we've got one more down here. We just want to deal with him because I like dealing with everybody. Because that way we can be sure whether or not there's anything for us to grab. Also, we kind of had to deal with him so that we could go down there. Yeah, there's nothing left up here. So I guess we do go down there. But first, we'll check on this side just to make sure. All right, there's nothing there. So coming down here, we reach another pair of Batwing demons. Unfortunately, these ones I do believe are linked and cannot be grabbed separately. Could be wrong. Whoops. I really need to remember the controls for the bows. Okay, so now we've got their attention. They're going to try and say hello. But only one can get on this little path at a time. And I don't believe they can actually go any farther than he has gone. Ow. They can still hit us, though. It looks like we've actually only got him. But yeah, if they do pull together, then this is a great bottleneck. Makes it a lot safer. Just don't drop down from here, otherwise you can't use the bottleneck. Yes, hello. You're a good stabber of shields. But you gotta be a little bit better than a shield stabber. So, yeah. Nothing else worth grabbing around here. Oh, maybe we actually could have gotten back up. Ah, you just heard evidence. And now saw evidence of the real issues I had with this area. And if memory serves, at some point there was actually a third archer here as well. These guys are responsible for so many of my deaths. So many. Because this is the first great bows. These are the first great bows you see in the game. And yeah, if they hit your shield, they knock you back a ways, I believe. And if they hit you in the face, they knock you way back. And they just happen to put these near a place where falling off means death. So we're just gonna run all the way up. Falling off still means death up here. And yep, we just took an arrow to the back and one to the shield, and yeah. That's generally the way things went for me here. I don't like those two archers. I really don't. They are probably responsible for more of my deaths than any other enemies in this entire game. But yeah. Looking at the time, I feel like that's a good enough stopping point, because it would take us a while to get back there, and then by the time we did get back there, if we got past them, sure, we'd get to another bonfire right then and there, but if not, then we'd be right back here. So, yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. Join us next time when we get past those archers. See you then, friends.